Hello and welcome to the God and Waffles. Today we're going to be having a look at Turmoil, which is a little oil drilling game by Gamius. The game is set in a small old western town which acts as your base. From here you and 3 AIs will bid against each other for parcels of land to drill, which is where most of the gameplay takes place. Once you're out on the land, your task will be to prospect for oil, build oil rigs, suck it up, and then make sure you've got enough ponies to either take it to the store to sell or to store it up, otherwise you're going to start spewing oil madly everywhere and it's going to cost you a lot of money. The store prices go up and down naturally, so you'll get a big benefit from knowing when to sell and when to store. Your aim is basically to make as much money from that piece of land as you can in the allotted time. Once you're done, it's back to the town, where you can spend your hard-earned cash on upgrades for your machinery, or bribing officials into lessening your oil spill fines, or maybe getting someone to tell you where the next best bit of land is. Then, the real reason for the campaign, which is bidding for shares of your town from the current mayor. This is presented in a mini-game where a very high price is selected for a few percentages share. The price will then start to decrease until someone hits that stop button and pays the current cost. Then it's back to bidding for land and repeating it all again. Honestly, the game feels like someone's taken a classic browser game and just given it a little makeover, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. The mechanics are quite simple, it's easy to just pick up if you want to kill 20 minutes, but it is actually quite addictive. The game looks, feels and sounds really relaxing, the art style is simple but effective, and the general game design feels quite smooth and natural. There is some feel of progression in the game, with rocks and gas pockets adding some difficulty, which is balanced out with new technologies such as wider pipes and trained digger moles. However, at its core, it is an extremely repetitive game, and that kind of brings me back to the whole feeling of it just being an upgraded browser game. It feels like the sort of game where I should be competing against my friends or some high scores or something like that, but in reality I'm just trying to outbid AI to win shares in a town, and that really doesn't mean anything to me as a player. Overall, while I did enjoy the game's relaxing, almost puzzle-like gameplay, I found myself quickly becoming bored by the repetitive levels. The new challenges and technologies provided some freshness, but it would soon just be back to the usual grind. I wouldn't recommend picking up the game at full price, but I would definitely add it to your wishlist and wait for a sale. For a couple of quid, it's worth playing. And that is really it for Turmoil. If you've got this far in the video, you've pretty much seen a lot of the gameplay. It is not worth me going into a huge amount more detail. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video or at least found it informative, click that little like button and consider subscribing. Good night.